Dr. Aaron Patel had never expected an email like this. Sitting in his small apartment on the outskirts of New Delhi, he stared at the message blinking on his laptop screen. The subject line was simple. "We would like to meet you. Come upstairs." There was no sender name, only a location. Station X. Orbiting Venus. Aaron rubbed his eyes. He was a scientist, yes, but he was not one who expected interstellar invitations. His research focused on planetary atmospheres, mostly data collection and simulations. Yet here was an actual opportunity, floating literally above Earth, beckoning him to leave the planet. He leaned back in his chair and took a deep breath. "This has to be a joke," he muttered. But there was something strange in the tone of the email, something formal yet strangely warm. He clicked it open. The message continued. "Two of your colleagues have already arrived. They are waiting to greet you. Your expertise is needed. Please accept this invitation as soon as possible." Aaron's pulse quickened. He scanned his memory. Who could have sent this? And why him? After hours of hesitation and a dozen phone calls to his university, Aaron decided that curiosity outweighed caution. He packed a small bag, ensuring his data drives and research notes were safely stored. He knew this trip could be historic. Maybe it was the chance of a lifetime. The shuttle ride to Station X was unlike anything Aaron had ever experienced. The world below shrank rapidly as the shuttle ascended, the familiar blues and greens of Earth giving way to the black void of space. The hum of the engines was strangely soothing, and the stars outside the window sparkled like tiny diamonds scattered across the cosmos. When he finally docked at the station, he was struck by its enormity. Station X was massive, an orbital city orbiting Venus in its thick, golden atmosphere. Aaron felt dwarfed by the engineering marvel. Long corridors stretched ahead of him, illuminated by soft, white light. Robots moved quietly along maintenance paths, and in the distance, Aaron saw alien-shaped beings whose forms seemed almost fluid, as if their bodies moved like water. A soft chime announced his arrival. "Dr. Patel," said a voice, melodic but mechanical. "Please follow the path. Your colleagues are waiting." Aaron nodded, swallowing hard. He followed the glowing lines on the floor, his shoes making soft clicks against the metallic surface. The corridor curved upward, and soon he found himself in a large observation chamber. And there they were. Two humans, a woman and a man, stood near a window looking down at the swirling clouds of Venus. "Ah, you must be Aaron," said the woman, smiling warmly. She had short brown hair, glasses perched on her nose, and an energy that seemed contagious. "I'm Dr. Maya Singh. This is Dr. Elias Chen. We were hoping you'd join us." Aaron nodded, stepping forward cautiously. "Hello," he said, voice slightly trembling. The sight of other humans here was reassuring. He had worried that he would be the only one, thrust into a completely alien environment. Maya gestured toward the panoramic window. "You've seen Venus from Earth, I'm sure. But here, it's something else." Aaron leaned against the railing and looked down. The planet was mesmerizing. Golden clouds swirled in chaotic patterns, lightning occasionally flashing through the thick atmosphere. It was beautiful and terrifying all at once. Elias nodded toward him. "We've been studying the station for a few weeks now. It's not just a research outpost, it's a hub for interstellar cooperation. Humans, aliens, and AI systems all working together. And now, they want your expertise." Aaron's eyebrows rose. "My expertise? I just study atmospheres." Maya smiled. "And that's exactly why you're here. The aliens call this area the vortex zone. It's a layer of Venus's upper atmosphere where strange energy readings have been detected. No one understands it yet. Your research on atmospheric composition could help us make sense of it." Aaron felt a shiver of excitement. This was bigger than any earthbound research he had done. And yet, there was a part of him that was nervous. Working alongside humans and aliens in an unknown station, orbiting another planet, was risky. Before he could respond, a gentle chime echoed through the chamber. A panel in the wall slid open, revealing a glowing pathway. "The aliens will show you the vortex zone," Maya explained. "They want us to observe firsthand. Come." The three of them followed the pathway, their movements synchronized with the soft hum of the station. Along the way, Aaron noticed small details. The walls were lined with panels showing alien symbols, some of which seemed to shift as he looked at them. Tiny drones hovered in corners, performing maintenance tasks without any visible guidance, and faint, musical tones echoed as if the station itself was alive. Finally, they arrived at a large observation dome. The glass stretched from floor to ceiling, giving a panoramic view of space. Below, Venus rotated slowly, its thick golden clouds glowing in the light of the distant Sunday. A being appeared beside them, tall and shimmering, almost as if it were made of liquid metal. Aaron froze for a moment, trying to comprehend the sight. Then, the being spoke not in words, but in thoughts. A voice resonated inside his mind. "Welcome, humans. We are pleased you have come." Aaron swallowed. We, thank you," he stammered. The alien guided them to a console. "Observe the vortex. Record data. Understand patterns. Humans are clever. We wish to see your solutions." Maya turned to Aaron. "This is it. Your first real chance to contribute. Don't worry. We'll handle communication." Elias added, "Just think of it like a puzzle. And we humans love puzzles, right?" Aaron smiled nervously. "Right." For the next few hours, the trio worked together. Sensors, monitors, and holographic displays filled the dome. The vortex zone appeared as a swirling, golden storm, punctuated by occasional flashes of energy. Aaron analyzed the data carefully, making calculations and notes, while Maya and Elias monitored structural readings of the station. Occasionally, the alien being hovered near them, observing silently. It seemed patient, yet deeply curious, as if every human thought was a small miracle. As Aaron worked, he realized something extraordinary. Humans, despite being physically weaker than the aliens, had an innate ability to find patterns, to make guesses, to adapt in ways the aliens had not considered. He made a suggestion about atmospheric flow. A small adjustment to the sensor array. The alien shimmered in acknowledgement, and the instruments adjusted automatically. Maya leaned closer. "You see, humans do have unique ways of thinking." Aaron nodded, a rush of pride swelling in him. For the first time in his career, he felt the true potential of humanity not just surviving on Earth, but reaching out, learning, and solving problems beyond the planet. Hours passed quickly. The golden vortex swirled endlessly below. But for the first time, Aaron saw patterns emerging from the chaos. Data points aligned, anomalies explained, small mysteries solved, and with each small success, the alien observers shimmered more brightly, almost as if they were expressing approval. Finally, the alien being spoke again. "You have begun well. Tomorrow, we will present a larger challenge. Your species' ingenuity will be tested." Aaron exhaled, feeling both exhausted and exhilarated. This was more than science. It was a test, an adventure, and a chance for humanity to shine on a stage far larger than Earth. As the three humans left the observation dome and returned to their quarters, Aaron couldn't stop smiling. "I can't believe this is real," he said softly. Maya laughed. "It is real, and trust me, this is just the beginning." Elias nodded. "Humanity is about to show the universe what we can do. Just wait." As Aaron lay in his small sleeping pod that night, he stared at the stars outside the station window. He felt a warmth of purpose, a spark of hope. This was more than research. This was humanity proving itself, not through conflict or conquest, but through curiosity, intelligence, and cooperation. And somewhere in the shimmering corridors of Station X, the alien observers watched silently, waiting to see just how far humans could go. The next morning, Dr. Aaron Patel, woke to a gentle hum resonating through the walls of his sleeping pod. Light filtered through the small window, revealing the swirling clouds of Venus below. Despite the beauty outside, he barely had time to admire it. Today, the alien observers had promised a larger challenge. And he didn't know what that would mean. He quickly dressed and made his way to the station's central corridor, where Dr. Maya Singh and Dr. Elias Chen were already waiting. Both of them looked unusually alert, their expressions a mixture of excitement and determination. "Good morning," Maya said with a grin. "Ready for what the aliens have in store?" Aaron nodded, though he tried not to show his nerves. "I think so. But I have no idea what it will be." "Got her minted." Elias chuckled softly. "Don't worry. Whatever it is, we'll face it together. That's what humans do best." The three of them followed the glowing path that led through the station's upper levels. Along the way, Aaron noticed more alien technology than he had seen yesterday. Machines floated in midair, moving and adjusting without visible input. Panels displayed strange symbols, changing colors in ways that seemed alive. The entire station had a rhythm, a pulse, as if it were breathing. Finally, they reached a large, circular chamber. The walls were made of smooth, metallic surfaces that reflected the soft light in shifting patterns. In the center of the room floated a transparent sphere, about the size of a small car, filled with swirling energy. Sparks of light danced inside, moving in unpredictable ways. The alien presence appeared again, hovering near the sphere. This time, its thought voice was calm but firm. "This is the vortex core. Its energy fluctuates unpredictably. If left unchecked, it may destabilize the station. Observe, analyze, find a solution." Aaron stepped closer, eyes wide. "Destabilize the station?" he whispered to Maya. She nodded, her face serious. "This is no ordinary puzzle. But we're humans. We can figure this out." Elias added, "Remember what we did yesterday. Patterns, logic, teamwork. That's how we solve things humans are good at." Aaron took a deep breath. He examined the sphere, noticing the energy patterns. They seemed chaotic, impossible to predict. But Aaron remembered a principle he had learned in his studies. Even the most chaotic systems had hidden patterns. All he had to do was find them. He pulled out a small tablet from his bag, connecting it to the station's interface. Numbers, graphs, and holographic projections sprang to life. Maya and Elias assisted, monitoring structural integrity and energy flow, while Aaron focused on the core's internal behavior. Hours passed. At first, nothing seemed to work. The energy pulses remained irregular, flashing unpredictably. But Aaron noticed a subtle rhythm hidden within the chaos, a slight delay between pulses that repeated every few minutes. "This is it," he whispered. "There's a pattern." Maya leaned closer. "Go on. What do we do?" Aaron instructed the station's interface to adjust the field generators around the sphere, using the timing he had identified. The energy inside the core began to stabilize slightly, forming smoother waves instead of chaotic bursts. Elias smiled. "Look at that. Humans do have a way of finding order in chaos." Suddenly, a pulse surged violently, stronger than before. Sparks flew from the sphere, and the chamber trembled slightly. Aaron froze for a moment, but then remembered a principle from his work on Earth. Systems often resist sudden changes. He quickly recalculated the timing, making a small adjustment to the sensors. The energy waves calmed almost immediately. The sphere glowed steadily, no longer threatening the station's stability. The alien presence shimmered brighter, as if expressing approval. "Clever. Humans adapt quickly. You have proven resourcefulness," it thought. Aaron exhaled, feeling both relief and pride. Maya and Elias clapped him on the back. "We did it," Maya said, smiling. "Humans. Working together," Elias nodded. "And we just solved a problem no one else had been able to fix." The aliens hovered near them, silent for a moment. Then the sphere began to emit a soft, harmonious sound. Aaron realized it was not just energy, it was communication. The patterns he had stabilized were a form of language, a vibration that carried meaning. Maya's eyes widened. "They're talking to us, through the core." Aaron listened carefully, recognizing repeating sequences. It was a message, though he could only grasp fragments. Words like cooperation, knowledge, and potential, repeated in the pulses. He realized the aliens were not only testing them but also teaching them, guiding humans to understand new concepts beyond earthly science. For hours, the trio continued their work, analyzing the communication patterns and adjusting the core. Each small success reinforced their confidence. Humans were proving themselves capable not just of observing, but of interacting with alien technology in ways the aliens had not anticipated. As evening approached on the station, the aliens finally withdrew, leaving the humans alone in the chamber. Aaron sank into a chair, exhausted but exhilarated. "That was incredible," he said. "I never imagined humans could do something like this." Maya smiled. "That's the thing about us. We can see possibilities others might miss. Our minds are flexible, creative." Elias nodded. "And when we work together, there's almost nothing we can't handle." For the first time, Irene understood the full weight of the aliens' challenge. They were not just testing humans. They were giving humanity an opportunity to shine, to demonstrate its unique qualities. The more he thought about it, the more he realized this could be a turning point for Earth. The night passed with little sleep. Aaron kept returning to the sphere in his mind, thinking about the patterns and the communication. He sketched diagrams, wrote notes, and even imagined new ways to stabilize similar systems. Every idea brought him a thrill, a sense of purpose he had never experienced on Earth. The next morning, the alien presence returned. This time, it hovered closer, its shimmer brighter and more focused. "Tomorrow," it communicated, "you will face a larger challenge. Your species' ingenuity will be tested further. Prepare." Aaron looked at Maya and Elias. "Larger challenge? I don't know if I'm ready for anything bigger than what we just did." Maya laughed softly. "That's exactly why we'll succeed. We humans face the impossible every day, in small ways. Today, it was a storm in a sphere. Tomorrow, who knows, but we'll be ready." Elias added, "And remember, the aliens already trust us to observe, analyze, and act. That trust is not given lightly. We're being counted on." Aaron nodded slowly. He realized that this was more than a scientific mission. This was a moment where humans were proving their value in the galaxy. Their intelligence, creativity, and teamwork were tools that no alien species had underestimated before. As he returned to his quarters that night, Aaron felt a new sense of confidence. Humanity was not just a species struggling to survive on Earth. It was a species capable of adapting, learning, and solving problems, no matter how complex or alien. He stared out at Venus, its golden clouds swirling endlessly. Somewhere in that storm was potential beyond imagination. And now, humans had a chance to tap into it. Aaron smiled. He didn't know what the next challenge would bring, but he knew this. Whatever the aliens threw at them, humans would find a way. They always did. And somewhere deep in Station X, the alien observers watched silently, waiting to see how far human ingenuity could reach. The next day began quietly, but Aaron Patel felt a tension in the air. He had barely slept, his mind replaying the events with the vortex core. What would the aliens test them with next? Would it be another puzzle, more dangerous, or something completely different? Dr. Maya Singh and Dr. Elias Chen joined him in the corridor. Maya looked unusually focused. "Today's challenge isn't just about analyzing," she said. "We're going to act. That's why I think it will be harder than yesterday." Elias nodded. "We've proven our problem-solving skills. But today, I suspect they want to see how humans adapt under pressure." Irene swallowed, a mixture of nerves and excitement coursing through him. He had never faced a real pressure test like this. But the thought of working with Maya and Elias gave him courage. Together, humans could handle almost anything. The aliens led them to a chamber unlike anything Aaron had seen before. The walls were made of translucent material, glowing faintly with a soft, shifting light. The floor seemed to ripple gently beneath their feet, though it was solid. At the center of the room was a floating platform, glowing brighter than the walls. This is the labyrinth of light. The alien communicated directly into their minds. It tests observation, logic, and collaboration. Find the path. Work together. Only then will the way forward open. Aaron stepped forward, feeling a strange mixture of awe and anxiety. The labyrinth was a maze, but it was unlike any human maze. There were no walls in the traditional sense. Instead, glowing paths twisted and curved in 3 dimensions, suspended in midair. Some paths shimmered, some pulsed with energy, and others vanished and reappeared without warning. Maya reached out, touching one of the pulsing paths. Her hand passed through it before it solidified under her fingers. "It's alive," she whispered. "Or at least reactive." Elias studied the paths, analyzing the patterns. "It responds to us," he said. "Our movements, maybe even our thoughts. We have to be careful, deliberate. One wrong step could send us back to the beginning." Aaron nodded. "Then, we need a plan. Observe first, then act." The 3 humans moved cautiously, testing paths one by one. The labyrinth shifted as they progressed, reacting to their choices. Sometimes a path they thought safe disappeared entirely, forcing them to backtrack. Other times, a seemingly unstable path solidified when 2 of them stepped on it together. "This is incredible," Aaron said. "It's like the labyrinth is teaching us how to work together." Maya smiled. "Exactly. We need coordination, timing, and trust. That's human strength teamwork." Hours passed. They moved through twisting pathways, floating platforms, and glowing bridges, solving small puzzles embedded in the labyrinth. Some required calculations. Others required intuition. Aaron noticed patterns in the light, subtle cues that helped them anticipate the next step. At one point, they reached a section where multiple paths converged, forming a dizzying array of possibilities. Choosing the wrong path caused the platforms to retract, forcing them to restart. Elias frowned. "We need to communicate. Let's decide as a group which path to take. No rushing." Aaron suggested a method. "We observe, then vote. If 2 agree, we step. If it fails, we try another." Maya nodded. "Good. Humans are capable of thinking, analyzing, and making decisions quickly. Let's use that." Their teamwork paid off. Slowly but surely, they moved deeper into the labyrinth. The paths became more complex, requiring precise timing and coordinated movement. The glowing platforms pulsed in patterns, almost like signals. Aaron realized that the labyrinth wasn't just a test, it was a language. Each pulse was a message, guiding them if they could interpret it. "This is it," he whispered. "The labyrinth is teaching us a code. We just need to follow it correctly." Using the pulses, they synchronized their steps, adjusting to the rhythm. Paths that once seemed impossible to cross solidified under their feet. Bridges appeared where none had been before. The labyrinth responded to their collaboration, rewarding careful observation and human ingenuity. Finally, they reached the center of the maze. A radiant orb floated before them, casting light in all directions. Its glow pulsed with a steady rhythm, different from the chaotic patterns they had navigated before. The alien presence appeared, shimmering brighter than ever. "You have succeeded. You have demonstrated observation, logic, and collaboration. You are worthy of the next stage. Humanity's potential is greater than you imagine." Aaron felt a surge of pride. This was more than a challenge. It was recognition proof that humans could face unknown, unpredictable systems and succeed through intelligence and cooperation. Maya grinned. "We did it. We actually did it." Elias nodded. Humans really can adapt. We see patterns, we collaborate, and we solve problems others might give up on. That's why we're valuable. The orb emitted a beam of light, projecting a holographic map of Station X. It highlighted areas they had not explored before, rooms filled with alien devices, observation platforms, and systems waiting for human insight. The map was not just a reward. It was an invitation. Aaron realized that each challenge they completed opened doors not just physically, but mentally. The aliens were gradually teaching them to think in new ways, beyond human conventions, and yet using the very qualities that made humans special: creativity, intuition, and collaboration. As they left the labyrinth, the three humans felt changed. The challenge had tested them. Yes, but it had also shown them what they were capable of. Humans were not just small, fragile creatures from Earth. They were explorers, thinkers, problem solvers, capable of interacting with alien systems in ways no one had expected. That evening, back in their quarters, Aaron reflected on the day. He looked at Maya and Elias, who were quietly discussing possible interpretations of the labyrinth's signals. He realized that humans were not only learning from the aliens, they were beginning to understand themselves in new ways. "This is bigger than science," he said softly. "This is about proving that humans can adapt and think in ways no other species can." Maya smiled. "Exactly. We're showing them that humans are more than what we appear to be. We're capable of intelligence, creativity, and teamwork on a level they respect." Elias nodded. "And that respect matters. The aliens aren't just observing us. They're preparing us for something bigger." Aaron felt a thrill of anticipation. He didn't know what the next challenge would be, but he knew this: whatever awaited them, humans were ready. They had the skills, the creativity, and the collaboration needed to face the unknown. The night passed quietly, but Aaron could not sleep. His mind wandered through the labyrinth of light, replaying each pulse, each pattern, each platform. He understood that the labyrinth was more than a challenge. It was a lesson, a reminder that humans had the ability to find order in chaos, to work together, and to solve problems that seemed impossible. As he gazed out at Venus, its golden clouds swirling endlessly, he felt a deep sense of purpose. Humanity was not just a species struggling to survive on Earth. Humanity was a species capable of understanding, adapting, and contributing to a universe filled with wonders. Somewhere in the corridors of Station X, the alien observers watched silently, their thoughts resonating with quiet approval. Humanity had passed another test, and with each challenge, humans were proving that their greatest strength was not physical power or technology, but the unique combination of intelligence, creativity, and the ability to work together. For Aaron, Maya, and Elias, the journey was just beginning. The labyrinth had tested them, but it had also revealed the true potential of humanity. And they knew that the universe was about to discover it as well. The morning light of Station X filtered softly through the observation windows, casting long, gentle shadows across the metallic floors. Dr. Aaron Patel stretched and took a deep breath. He could feel the anticipation building inside him. The aliens had said that today's challenge would be the most complex yet. He had no idea what it might be, but he felt ready, partly because of yesterday's success in the labyrinth of light, and partly because he now truly trusted his colleagues, Dr. Maya Singh and Dr. Elias Chen. Maya arrived first, her steps quick and confident. "Good morning, Aaron," she said, her eyes shining with excitement. "I think today's challenge will require all our skills: observation, analysis, teamwork, and maybe a little creativity." Elias followed, carrying a small tablet filled with notes from the labyrinth. "We've learned a lot already. Now, let's see if humans can handle a challenge that truly tests our potential." The trio followed the glowing path deeper into the station, moving through corridors that seemed more alive than ever. Panels shimmered with alien symbols, and subtle hums filled the air. Every step reminded Aaron of just how different this environment was from Earth. Yet, it also reminded him of how capable humans were when faced with the unknown. Finally, they arrived at a massive chamber, the largest they had seen yet. The walls were made of crystalline material, refracting light in dazzling colors. At the center of the room floated a large holographic model of a star system. The planets orbited their suns in slow, graceful motions. But something was off. Small anomalies in their movement created subtle shifts that seemed impossible to predict. The alien presence appeared, shimmering like a river of light. This is the puzzle of the stars. You must stabilize this system. Observe the patterns, analyze the motions, and adjust the planetary fields to bring balance. The solution requires collaboration, foresight, and the unique skills of your species. Aaron felt a thrill of excitement mixed with fear. He studied the holographic planets, noticing that each one had small, glowing markers, indicating energy points. "These must be the key," he whispered. "If we align them correctly, we can stabilize the system." Maya leaned closer. "Look at their orbits. There are patterns in the anomalies, small shifts that repeat over time. If we can calculate the timing, we can anticipate the movements," Elias added, "and we'll need to divide tasks. One of us monitors orbits, another manages energy points, and the third coordinates adjustments. Humans are good at multitasking when we plan." Aaron nodded. "Agreed. Let's start by analyzing the energy pulses. I think they indicate the strength of the planetary fields." For hours, the trio worked together. Aaron calculated energy alignments and projected them onto the holographic model. Maya monitored the orbits, predicting where anomalies would occur. Elias coordinated their adjustments, ensuring that their timing matched precisely. The challenge was more difficult than anything they had faced before. Every small error caused a ripple effect, shifting planets slightly out of alignment. But the humans did not give up. They communicated constantly, adjusting their strategy with every new observation. "This is incredible," Maya said, her eyes wide. "The aliens designed this puzzle not just to test intelligence, but also patience and cooperation. Every decision we make affects the whole system." Aaron smiled. "Exactly. Humans are capable of seeing the big picture while managing details. That's our strength." As the hours passed, the planetary anomalies gradually diminished. The energy points began to align, their glowing intensity stabilizing. The holographic system responded to the humans' adjustments, showing smoother orbits and balanced motion. Suddenly, one of the outer planets shifted dramatically, throwing the system into near chaos. Aaron's heart raced. He quickly recalculated, realizing that a subtle gravitational effect from a minor planet had been underestimated. "Maya, adjust the orbit slightly," he instructed. "Elias, stabilize the energy field there. We have to act quickly." They moved in perfect coordination, their actions synchronized as if they were a single mind. Slowly, the system regained balance. The planets moved in harmonious motion, the anomalies disappearing one by one. The alien presence shimmered brightly, communicating directly into their minds. "You have succeeded. Your species has shown intelligence, foresight, and collaboration. Humans are capable of understanding and solving complex systems beyond your world." Aaron felt a surge of pride. This was more than a test. It was a recognition of human ingenuity and adaptability. The aliens had given them a challenge that no other species could solve. Yet humans had succeeded not by brute force or technology, but by thinking, observing, and working together. Maya clapped her hands softly. "We did it. Look at the system perfectly balanced." Elias nodded, a smile spreading across his face. "Humans really can do amazing things when we combine intelligence with cooperation." The aliens projected a new image, showing areas of the station they had not explored. Some contained strange devices that emitted soft, musical tones. Others were chambers filled with advanced technology, waiting for human insight. Aaron realized that each challenge they completed opened doors not just physically, but mentally. The aliens were guiding humans to think in new ways, teaching them to observe, analyze, and collaborate in ways beyond earthly science. As they left the chamber, Aaron felt a renewed sense of purpose. Humanity was not just surviving on Earth. Humanity was learning, adapting, and contributing to the universe in ways that no one had imagined. That night, back in his quarters, Aaron could not stop thinking about the puzzle of the stars. He replayed each step, each calculation, each adjustment. He realized that humans were more than observers of the universe, they were active participants, capable of solving problems that stretched the limits of understanding. Maya and Elias joined him later, carrying notes and sketches from the day's challenge. "We've learned so much," Maya said. "Not just about the system, but about ourselves." Elias nodded. "Humans have unique skills. Observation, creativity, and collaboration. That's what sets us apart." Aaron smiled. "And the aliens see that. They're preparing us for something bigger. I can feel it." Maya's eyes sparkled. "Whatever comes next, we'll be ready. Humans are adaptable. We can handle challenges no one else can." Elias leaned back, watching the stars outside the station window. "This is just the beginning. The universe is full of puzzles, and humans are just starting to show what we can do." Aaron felt a surge of determination. The challenges were difficult, yes, but they were also proof of humanity's potential. Every puzzle, every test, every anomaly was an opportunity to demonstrate intelligence, creativity, and teamwork. As he drifted off to sleep, Aaron knew one thing for certain. Humans were not just observers of the universe. Humans were problem solvers, thinkers, and collaborators. And with each challenge, they were proving their worth on a stage far larger than Earth. Somewhere in the corridors of Station X, the alien observers shimmered silently. They watched as humans demonstrated ingenuity, cooperation, and courage, and they waited, curious to see just how far humanity could go. For Aaron, Maya, and Elias, the journey was far from over. The puzzle of the stars had tested them, yes, but it had also revealed the true potential of humans. And the universe was waiting to see what they could accomplish next. The dawn of a new day on Station X was unlike any Earth morning. The stars glittered through the observation windows, as if the universe itself was watching. Dr. Aaron Patel awoke with a mixture of excitement and nervousness. Today, the aliens had promised the ultimate challenge, a test that would push human intelligence, creativity, and collaboration to the limit. Maya Singh and Elias Chen were already at the central corridor, their expressions bright with anticipation. "Good morning, Aaron," Maya said, her voice steady but full of energy. "Today we prove more than ever that humans can rise to any challenge." Elias grinned. "We've come this far. We understand the lab, the vortex, the stars. Now, we show what humanity can truly do." The three of them followed the glowing pathway, moving with purpose. The station seemed to pulse with energy, almost as if it were alive and aware of their presence. Aaron felt a mixture of awe and determination. He knew that this challenge would not just test their minds, it would test their ability to work together under pressure. They arrived at a vast chamber. Unlike any they had seen before, it seemed infinite, stretching beyond the limits of vision. Light streamed in from unknown sources, reflecting in colors they could not name. At the center floated a massive structure, a crystalline lattice of interconnected orbs, each glowing with its own energy. The structure pulsed in irregular patterns, creating waves of light that rippled across the room. The alien presence appeared, shining brighter than ever. "This is the Nexus." It communicated directly into their minds. "It controls and stabilizes the flow of energy throughout Station X and surrounding orbitals. Your task is to synchronize the Nexus, observe its patterns, predict its fluctuations, and adjust the energy channels to bring harmony. Only those who can combine intelligence, intuition, and teamwork will succeed." Aaron's heart raced. The Nexus was vast, complex, and alive. It was unlike any system they had encountered before. One wrong move could send energy pulses cascading in chaos. Yet, he also felt a deep sense of purpose. Humans had faced unknown challenges before. They had adapted, learned, and thrived. This was simply the greatest opportunity yet. Maya studied the lattice, her eyes scanning the glowing orbs. Each orb has a rhythm, she observed. If we can identify the connections between them, we can predict the next pulse. Elias nodded. We need to divide tasks. I'll monitor the far orbs in their sequences. Maya, focus on the central orbs. The three of them began. The room pulsed with light, each orb sending out waves of energy. Aaron mapped the patterns, marking repeating sequences and subtle variations. Maya synchronized her actions with the core orbs, carefully adjusting their positions through the interface. Elias moved with precision, correcting fluctuations and anticipating chain reactions. Hours passed. The Nexus was alive, reacting to their every adjustment. Sometimes a minor misstep sent ripples of instability across the lattice. Aaron's hands shook slightly as he recalculated, but he reminded himself. Humans excel when they work together, when they combine thought, observation, and trust. Maya spoke softly. The patterns are almost like music. Each orb resonates with the others. If we follow the rhythm, we can harmonize the whole system. Aaron's eyes widened. Yes. It's not just logic. It's intuition and pattern recognition. That's why humans can succeed here. We notice connections that others might miss, Elias added. And teamwork ensures our adjustments don't conflict. Each of us contributes a different skill. Elias added Tade. Elias added Tade. The trio synchronized their movements. Each adjustment, each observation, worked together like a carefully choreographed dance. Slowly, the Nexus began to stabilize. Pulses that had once been chaotic now formed patterns of light, flowing smoothly from one orb to another. Yet the final challenge emerged. A massive pulse surged through the lattice, threatening to undo their work. Aaron's mind raced. Maya, divert the energy to the auxiliary orbs. Elias, reinforce the outer channels. They acted instantly, moving in perfect coordination. Their combined efforts redirected the surge, absorbing it and distributing it evenly throughout the Nexus. The room glowed brighter, the colors harmonizing into a radiant spectrum that filled every corner. The alien presence shimmered, pulsating with approval. You have succeeded. Your species has demonstrated intelligence, collaboration, and creativity at the highest level. Humanity is capable of understanding and harmonizing systems beyond its own world. You have proven yourselves worthy. Aaron, Maya, and Elias stood silently, absorbing the magnitude of their achievement. This was more than a challenge. It was a recognition of human potential. Through observation, logic, intuition, and teamwork, they had accomplished something no other species could have done. Maya exhaled, smiling. We did it. We really did it. We really did it. Elias nodded. Humans are extraordinary when we work together. We think, we adapt, we create solutions others wouldn't even imagine. Aaron looked out at the glowing lattice, feeling a surge of pride. This was the culmination of everything they had learned on Station X. Humans were not just participants in the universe, they were contributors, capable of understanding, solving, and harmonizing systems far beyond their home planet. The aliens projected a final vision, showing the interconnected systems of the galaxy, highlighting areas where humans could contribute, observe, and collaborate. Aaron realized that their work had opened doors not only on Station X but across space itself. The universe had acknowledged humanity's unique abilities. Back in their quarters that evening, the three humans reflected on the journey. We've come so far, Maya said softly. From analyzing atmospheric patterns to stabilizing the Nexus, every challenge tested us, and every time, humans adapted. Elias leaned back, watching the stars. It's amazing to think how far we've come in just a few days. Humans aren't just survivors of Earth. We're explorers, problem solvers, and collaborators, Aaron smiled. And this is just the beginning. If humans can achieve this in an alien station orbiting Venus, imagine what we can do on a galactic scale. Our potential is limitless. That night, Aaron stared at the stars outside the station window, thinking about the future. He understood that humanity's journey had just begun. They had proven intelligence, creativity, and collaboration. They had solved puzzles no other species could. They had harmonized systems beyond Earth's understanding. And somewhere deep in Station X, the alien observers shimmered silently, their thoughts echoing with quiet respect. Humanity had passed the ultimate test, demonstrating not only the ability to survive, but to think, create, and collaborate in ways that were truly extraordinary. Aaron felt a warmth of purpose and hope. Humanity's light had shone brightly in the galaxy, a beacon of intelligence, curiosity, and courage. As he drifted to sleep, he knew one thing for certain. Humans were ready for the universe. They were ready to explore, to learn, and to contribute to a cosmos full of wonders. And wherever the next challenge arose, humans would rise to meet it together, intelligent and unstoppable. The journey on Station X had ended, but the adventure for humanity had only begun. From the swirling clouds of Venus to the far reaches of space, human ingenuity, creativity, and teamwork would leave a mark across the stars. And in that moment, Aaron felt it clearly. The universe was not just a place to observe. It was a place where humans could shine. A place where their greatest strengths, intelligence, adaptability, and collaboration could illuminate the darkest corners of space. The light of humanity had reached far beyond Earth, and nothing in the cosmos could dim it.